Quick update. Hello, I know it's been a while, sorry about that. Things have just been busy for me, with house painting on the weekdays and catering on the weekends. I don't have much time to myself. Seriously guys, I miss having free time to draw. Will videos return to their slow schedule? No, sorry, I can't make promises like that. I'll try my best, but things are wearing me down. Anyways, that's all I have to say on the matter. On to the video.
カンナさん、私はカンナさん好きよ。もっと仲良くしたいと思ってる。正直、結婚したいくらい。じゃあ、もっと仲良くしよう。その心の準備。
So I guess you could say it's a balanced breakfast?
The Steven Universe style of animation, or as Rebecca Sugar calls it, artistic freedom. A method where all storyboarders are given the freedom to draw the character however they'd like. Rule is, as long as you remember how the character looks, consistency doesn't matter. Oh boy. Right off the bat, I want to make it clear I'm not some animation dictator who demands everyone listens to me, but remember that there's always something of value in the words of the average viewer. Anyways, what's my opinion on it? Honestly, just sounds like a recipe for disaster, and after looking at all the inconsistencies in the show, I am absolutely right. Model sheets seem to be completely out of the question, and these inconsistencies can be seen over and over. Seriously, Rebecca, are you gonna use these or what? You know what this technique screams to me? It screams unprofessional and sloppy. These sort of results shouldn't be coming from a team of professionals, especially those who have boasted about how the show is special for being hand-drawn. I don't want to pick on Steven Universe since a lot of the fans are very defensive, but it did bring this style into light, so oh well. When this technique is met with criticism, it's usually disregarded by two things. One, the artistic freedom argument, and saying that it's a stylistic choice. First, I don't find the artistic freedom thing to be valid. Sure, wanting each of your artist's individual styles to shine is humble, I guess, but based off of the final product, that mentality doesn't really work for a cartoon. It's very distracting to see characters always off-model. Second, the stylistic choice. Yeah, how do I put this nicely? It's not a stylistic choice, you dummies. You realize by definition, saying that it's a stylistic choice means that the characters have been purposely drawn terrible, which means you admit it to being terrible. You want some examples of cartoons full of actual stylistic choices? South Park, The Amazing World of Gumball, Panty and Stocking, all these are cartoons with certain artistic choices which style them into making an appealing cartoon. Heck, there's even shows with purposely terrible stylistic choices like 12-Ounce Mouse with better consistency. You know it's sad when childish doodles drawn by crayon look better than your cartoon. So as I'm sure you've already guessed, all the problems lie in the storyboarders. It's not the animator's fault. They just copy what they see on the paper you gave them, and it's not their job to fix the storyboarder's mistakes. After taking a look at the show's storyboards and comparing it to other shows that I've mentioned, there's really nothing to compare. Steven Universe's storyboards look lazily done and only use the pencil tool in MS Paint to draw them. Just to check, I tried it myself. Seems pretty accurate to me. Thinking about it, could you imagine if hand-drawn games like Cuphead or Skullgirls followed this method? Oh, can't compare these two because games have slightly different techniques? Alright, what about these movies? Oh, can't compare the two because they're both from animation giants? Alright, fine. What about the many pilots or shorts done by independent teams with minimal funding, who seem to make more appealing and consistent animation than what studios pump out these days? Honestly, if you think about it that way, it's pretty sad. If I sound mad over this type of animation practice, I'm not. If anything, I'm just disappointed. I feel that because besides being made terribly, lots of times this kind of animation can be so boring. You know how you look back on certain animations and just go, huh, I never noticed that before, interesting. Or just look at a certain scene for minutes because it's so beautifully done? Well, I don't find myself doing that when this type of method is used. All I can think about is how boring the angles and poses are, as well as how messy and rushed the production is. Perhaps that doesn't make sense, but to me it's something that I really adore about animation. Like I said, I don't expect everyone to listen to me, but I really hope that this technique isn't used any more than it has to be used by studios and animators. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who wishes that cartoons stop being terribly made. Or a certain pilot that I have hopes for. But that'll be all for me. Thanks for tuning in to listen to me bitch and complain about animation. Let's get on with the fan art.